Hey. So when we left off last time, we were going to sort out the battery, radiator and some spark plug maybe. Now don't deny I had a bit of a headache with some idiots, and also with the battery wouldn't reattach. The idiots, well, idiots are idiots. We must suffer them regardless. But the battery, thankfully somebody, I think Rag Tyson, reminded me, because of course I know everything. Or I know nothing. What was happening was, this is the view geometry that you look at. The game looks at three: fire geometry, view geometry and memory. And in your .c, I don't even know what vehicle I'm in here. In your .c's, in here, and back to the core files, not that core, but the vanilla core, it will tell it which lot it's looking at invariably, but it always looks in fire geometry, view geometry, memory for those components to which it looks, but essentially it looks here. And if you see that yellow outline, that is where I had it, which is here. Some strange reason or whatever. I think it has its own battery in the back that we'll get round to one day, but for this all intents and purposes today, the battery is here. And I had it there in the view geometry. Unfortunately, mass geometry was blocking it. So when I came to attach it back on, well, it wouldn't. Now the thing is, in any other game that would be called HUD or whatever, and you would open the HUD and that would animate and you'd be able to see him. But in this game, the geometry doesn't animate. It always stays there permanently. So once again, thank you to Rag Tyson, who reminded me that and showed me that if I put it round about there, it would fix it and I would be able to attach. So basically all we've done is see, that's a beetle there. Let me get rid of a few of these things. Some off-topic stuff. That's the C. Config. Battery slot, car battery, and attachments, car battery. So in here we have car battery, it's there. And for the sake, I think we put it in here. Yeah, battery selection, spawn, and car battery. That might just be overkill by me because I was trying to fix it, etc. But yeah, so battery relates to both proxy and the component. Car battery only relates to the component there. So if we find in what is it, car battery, we search for that in the .c files in scripts, we'll find out what it's the use of this yeah, if is vital car battery, so that's nothing to do with us. Car battery, so that's just asking if an item is a battery. There we go. If is vital car battery, needed item equals car, which is the car itself. Find attachment by slot name car battery. And if we look back into our what was it, scripts, wasn't it? Yeah. So we find scripts here, config find car battery. There's slot car battery. The name's car battery. Selection is battery. Okay, so remember that. So it's finding that by the name there, and we have it as an attachment there. However, the selection name is battery. We have that. Okay, so now when we are in game, anybody see Stratos in there? Stratos too. And it's the same for the radiator and the spark plug. Exactly the same. I think I've actually put the door on now, so we'll go through that next. Well, after we've done this isn't it, because we're going to look at icons and stuff like that. Then after that it sounds. I should go online. Sorry about that. Should always be online. Practice what I preach, or else I'll be getting bullied again. Oh, you think you're the authority on modding DayZ, do you? Somebody got really fed up with me, didn't they? Idiot. I'll have you know. Less banter, more doing. Stratos, functions, let's say repair. Apologies if it looks a bit more advanced than it should. I have been messing with it. So, forget that. This hood thing will now. Well, I hope yeah. They've got to look right at it once again, ladies and gentlemen. That is the car battery there. So, can you see the visual icon there? Obviously, it's in a stupid place because I was experimenting. Where it actually should be, the radiator there should be here, the battery there should be there. Can you see the original one? Now at the end of all these tutorials we will make our own battery and radiator, don't worry. But now what I can do is, well, I can't attach it, can I? Anybody know why I can't attach it? Did I don't think I loaded. Can you see that attached thing there? Right. Just want to show you something here. Can you see where it says attach on the roof there? I'm going to show you why now. Because look where I put the memory of the battery. It's in the memory here that shows that icon, even though everything else detached down here is related to the view geometry. When we go to attach it, it's this little battery vertices here. I'm going to put that down here, put it somewhere we can see it there. Save that, close that off. And as you saw, it's still really hard work to get that battery because it's fighting that geometry there. But we're going to mess around with that today and make it easier to understand and make sure we're not talking rubbish. Right, so let's repack that. Now when it says attach, it should be more here than, sorry, it should be more here than over here. if my theory is right. Because if it's not, then people will write on forums and things that I'm giving misinformation, and they'll just bully me and they'll cry and things like that. I'm only joking, but it was serious. I had to take a break. Saying online, should be playing online. Right, so now there's the battery. Well, we'll do it properly and open the lid. We'll look at the battery. Take it to our hands. Now when we attach, you'll see, although it looks in the same place, it's not, honestly. Actually is, isn't it? What mod did we just pack? We didn't pack the Stratos, that's why. Always, you'll find this, right, when you're modding, you will do this, believe me. You will pack the wrong add-on in the wrong place. Jesus H. I've lost days, tempers, PC screens just doing exactly what you saw me do there live. Will I leave that in to remind you not to do it? Yes, I will. You know you're in the right place because you're overwriting it. Oh, this shouldn't take long, so I won't pause. Just take some time out to talk about where we're going next and things. But yeah, what we're going to do is obviously we're going to go through this now in detail, because I'm not going to go through spark plugs, headlamps. It's all the same. We're going to go back to the model in a minute. I'm going to show you what that proxy is, where that battery is that it's pointing to. I think we did it briefly before, but no, in fact no, we just added them to the config before. The problem is I have to kill this video in a minute because my disk space is running out, which brings me to the PayPal link if you'd like to make a donation and help me get a new PC for this winter. It's all very much appreciated, thank you very much, and I shan't mention that again. Right, so sorry for quick spawning down there, it's become a habit. So it's playing offline. So it's going on about it. Right, if my theory is correct, yeah, the attach icon now is down here, isn't it? You see, we are now officially able to open our mouths and preach because we know what we're doing. Brilliant. But let's make that better. I think because of the, that will be part of the hood, we're going to do the radiator and bring it down there. I think we know about the battery. We'll move it to the back here, place it there. We won't go into any detail. I I think if we do the radiator now, the radiator next, and I go through the battery, yeah. So I'm going to go through what I've done with the battery. You've seen where the icon is placed in the memory effects, where it is. We've seen how the geometry is still blocking the view geometry. It may not specifically be blocking that one there. I believe it is, because when you look at it, when it's attached, you're seeing, I believe, the view geometry in the proxy. Maybe, I'm not convinced myself. We may be still looking at that one, but when it's detached and in your hand, you are without doubt looking at that one there. And I think that one there is being blocked by this big lump of mass here, and we're going to prove that now. First of all, I'll put it all back to where it was. Now the other thing I just want to go over is the fact that what even is that battery? This here is just create proxy, browse, go to DayZ, go up a level D now, go to DayZ, vehicles, parts, car battery, or battery car, is it? Battery car, there. And you just bring that in, and then, like I said, you call it, sorry, call it in the visual, just call it battery. In the view geometry, you call that, you make a square roughly the right size and a component, and you call that car battery, and they call them both battery. And it's same in the fire geometry, it should be in the same place, and that's not helping. We'll get rid of those two, delete empty, copy those two. Well, actually don't copy them yet, let's move them over to the back here, and here more like where it is. Okay, so let's copy them two now. Paste them in the fire geometry. Structure, find components. Better do it in the view geometry too, because we just deleted some stuff. Right, so the battery's over here, so we'll move the memory point also back up to over here where it was going to be. Make sure in the 3D view or something like. Save that. Pack it. Let's see how we've gone. It's not going to pack because the game's still open, I hadn't realised. Again, check Stratos into Stratos add-ons. Make sure you're not packing another bloody add-on. I'm telling you, you're going to lose days over a year's add-on making. You're going to lose days of your life doing what I just did. I'm leaving it in. You've got to see it. Hopefully you'll laugh when you realise you're doing it. Say, Dino's warned us. So we've got a new home now for the Discord channel, also on Instagram and Twitter, so check me out, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube because I can do some live stuff then. And I went quiet then because I'm mad at myself still. Now we've moved it, probably won't be any battery to get, will there? Yeah. Anyway, we get the gist there, but visually a lot needs changing. The trunk needs putting on there and everything, doesn't it? Okay, so that's battery. Just to let you know, in future we're going to be doing the door, the hood. We already did the door. And the reason we didn't have sounds before is we needed the speedo and the RPM. Tell you what, this is going to be one of the best cars ever made for DayZ when we finished. All that bumping and banging is just because we've still got them silly squares on and it's a bit low here. Don't you worry, no one going to catch us when we're finished. Okay, so that's the insight into batteries. Next video is going to be the radiator, just so you can see the whole process the whole way through. Everything's the same. Then after that we'll do RPM and speed, and I'll check back if we did hood and doors already. If not, we'll put the passenger door on because it's exactly the same, maybe the trunk. Thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series, and I'll catch up with you soon on Discord or whatever. Bye bye for now.